Good morning, everyone. Let us start the session with a silent prayer. Thank you. Kindly be seated. The coming era of AI won't be human versus machine, but human with machine. Satya Nadella. Good morning, respected guests, faculty members, and participants. It's a great honor to welcome you all to the 6th day of ATAL Faculty Development Program on Mastering the Frontiers of AI, Trends, Challenges, and Applications, organized by Department of Computer Science, Kristu Jayanti College, Bangalore. Artificial intelligence is changing the world quickly. As educators and researchers, it is important to stay updated on the latest trends, challenges, and applications in this field. This FDP provides a platform to share knowledge, discuss ideas, and learn from experts in AI. It's my pleasure to introduce our esteemed resource person, Dr. S. Senthil, Dean Professor, School of Computer Applications, Dayananda Sagar University. With over 25 years of teaching experience, he has made significant contribution to the field in machine learning, data analytics, data compression, database system, and data mining. Dr. Senthil has successfully guided 4 PhD scholars and is currently mentoring another 4 in the area of data mining and networks. His research excellence is reflected in the publications of over 100 research papers in reputed national and international journals. Among his notable achievements, Dr. Senthil presented a paper titled Lossless Preprocessing Algorithm for Better Compression at an IEEE International Conference in China. He has also received Best Paper Award at the National Conference on Wisdom-Based Computing in Trivandrum and the National Conference on Transforming India through Digital Innovations in Chennai. He is the principal investigator of a funded research project titled Development of a Prediction Model to Identify at-Risk Students Using Heart Rate Data, supported by the Vision Group of Science and Technology. Additionally, Dr. Senthil holds 3 granted patents and has published 10 patents. Beyond his academic and research contributions, he has actively participated in numerous collaborative projects and serves on various academic committees. We are honored to have him with us today, and we look forward to gain valuable insights from his expertise. I now invite Dr. Mary Jacob, Coordinator at FDP, to present a sapling to welcome the guest. Thank you, ma'am. A warm welcome to all faculty members, research scholars, and participants for joining for this program. Your dedication to learning AI is truly appreciated. Dear sir, now the stage is all yours.
Hello. Can you start? A very good morning to one and all present here. Good morning. It fills me with immeasurable pride and pleasure to stand before you to deliver a talk on machine learning in daily life. At the outset, first of all, I would like to express my sincere thanks to the management, principal, coordinator of ATAL FDP for giving this wonderful opportunity to interact with learned fraternity of teachers and researchers. So let me enter into my topic, right? There was a professor who was attending a 1 week long conference. When he was attending the conference, continuously he was observing the pattern of participants. On the first day, all participants were very active, taking notes and then not even looking mobiles, occupying the front rows. In the middle of the conference, he could able to observe that people started working in laptops and people started chatting using mobile phones, and many people preferred back seats rather than sitting on the front seat. The last day of the conference came. Last session speaker entered into the days and he was telling to the audience, it's a big challenge for me, that is, I am in front of fully exhausted and mentally overloaded audience, as they have listened to many experts on all these days, right? My situation is like that, right? I'm standing in front of an audience who is fully exhausted and mentally overloaded with content, right? Now your brain is like a fully loaded hard disk. So we can say it is storage full, right? But I don't trouble you a lot. So let us sit, let us relax, let us enjoy, right? And this 1.5 to 2 hours, whatever I know, I share with you. Whatever you know, you please share with me, right? People say first impression is the best impression, but I say last impression is also the best impression, right? So this session, I try myself to make it an engaging one, to make it an interactive one, so that by the end of the day, we both carry some pleasant memories with us, right? Right. Few teachers are there. So I thought of starting with this. How many of you know about Mr. Shankar Dayal Sharma? He was our earlier vice president, right? Shankar Dayal Sharma, on an official trip, he went to Muscat. What happened on that day? 3 unusual things happened when he went to Muscat. First one, the king of Oman, he went to airport to receive Shankar Dayal Sharma. Second unusual thing, he entered into the aeroplane and he received Shankar Dayal Sharma from the place where he is sitting. That's the second unusual thing. And third one, when they came out of that flight, government car was waiting with the driver. So the king of Oman, he asked the driver to go, right? And he drove the car by keeping Shankar Dayal Sharma next to him. When they reached the palace, reporters were there and they started questioning that king, right? Why you broke all the protocols? Usually king won't go to airport to receive guests. They send only ministers. Why you broke all those protocols? Since you are fearing that Shankar Dayal Sharma is from India, that's the reason you went. For that, the king of Sultan replied, see, I broke all the protocols. I agree, not because Shankar Dayal Sharma is a Indian, but when I was in India, Shankar Dayal Sharma was my teacher. So that's the gratitude I want to give to my teacher. I broke all the protocols. I went, I received Shankar Dayal Sharma from the place where he is sitting, and I drove car keeping him next to me. So that's the gratitude that I am having on the teacher who has handled the session to us, right? So teaching fraternity, it's an excellent one, right? So I am proud to be a teacher. Dr. Abdul Kalam says, if people say me as a scientist, I want to be happy. But if people calls me, identifies me as a teacher, I am the most happiest person, right? So with that introductory note, let us move into the topic that has been assigned to me, that is machine learning in daily life. Before entering into the real agenda, let us understand how big are we. Let's understand how big am I, how big are we, right? Have a look onto the image that I have placed in front of you. There are several planets, right? So as per this image, could you please tell which is the largest one? Earth is the largest one, right? So Earth is having that pride and pleasure, stating that it's the biggest planet in this Earth, in this world, right? Now, whether the happiness of Earth is continuing or not, let us move to the next slide. Have a look onto this. Where is Earth? Earth is like a football, right? But now if you see who's having that pride and pleasure, Jupiter is having that pride and pleasure. That it's the biggest planet in this world. Again, the next question, whether the happiness of Jupiter is getting retained. Let us go to the next one. Have a look onto this. Where is Earth? Earth is like a tiny dot. Where is Jupiter? Now it's like a football, right? So who's having that pride and pleasure now? Sun is having that pride and pleasure. Whether the happiness of Sun is getting retained? Yes, it's a question mark. Let's move to the next one. See, where is Sun? Sun is like a small, it's a cricket ball, right? Whereas I couldn't see Earth. Earth is invisible at this scale. If you take Jupiter, it is about 1 pixel in size. But who's claiming that, pride here? It is a shining star, what we call it as Arcturus. Arcturus, right? Whether the happiness of Arcturus is getting retained, it's a question mark. Have a look onto this. Finally, who's having that pride and pleasure? It is Antares. It is Antares. So the scenario is changing slide by slide. In one slide, one fellow is acting as the greatest person. When it comes to next slide, he is nowhere, right? But still, with all these magnitudes, what we need to do, we need to function and we need to prove that we are big and we are great, right? I understood how big am I. I hope you should have understood how big are you also, right? This is one statement which I love, which is given by Alvin Toffler, right? The illiterate of 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who can't learn, unlearn and relearn, right? So these 3 mantras, keep it with you: learning, unlearning, and the third part is relearning, right? So those who do this, they survive. Others, it's a big question mark, right? I love this gentleman, Albert Einstein. He is well known for many scientific inventions. But he has given one excellent definition for ego, right? Ego is equal to 1 divided by knowledge. If you ask me the expansion of ego, I expand it like this: edging God out. So if you throw the good cells that are within you, right? So that's called as ego, right? But his definition is ego is equal to 1 divided by knowledge, right? Let us have a small calculation. Assume that value of knowledge is 1. What will be the value for ego? What will be the value for ego? 1 divided by 1. It is 1, right? So let us increase the level of knowledge. Let it be 2. Now what's the value of ego? It is 1 by 2, 0.5. Let us increase the value of knowledge to 3. So ego is equal to 1 by 3. It is 0.33333. So the understanding is, the learning is, if knowledge increases, ego decreases. If knowledge increases, ego decreases, right? So more the knowledge, lesser the ego, and lesser the knowledge, more the ego, right? Whenever I come across Albert Einstein, one incident comes to my mind. I share with my people, right? Albert Einstein, in its entire lifetime, he wanted to meet only one cine actor. Any guesses from your side? See, I want responses. I can't come and I can't keep my finger under your nose, right? If airflow is there, yes, that fellow is alive. If airflow is not there, that fellow is dead, RIP, right? I can't do that. So if I ask questions, please respond to my queries, right? So it makes our interaction in a full duplex way rather than making it as simplex or half duplex, right? Okay. So Albert Einstein, in its entire lifetime, he wanted to meet only one cine actor. Any guesses? His name starts with C and ends with N. Charlie Chaplin. Yes. He wanted to meet Charlie Chaplin. And you know how long that conversation went between both of them. It is for 3 minutes and 57 seconds. That's the duration what they discussed, right? Once when they met, Albert Einstein told to Charlie Chaplin, Chaplin, you are great. And Chaplin surprised. Why you are saying that I am great? Then Einstein said, you don't speak a single word, but the entire world understands you, so you are great. Then Chaplin replied back, he is a very smart person. He replied back stating that, if I am great, then you are double great. Albert Einstein got shocked. How are you saying that I am double great? Then he said, you do speak many words, even though the world does not understand meaning of a single word. So you are double great, right? So that's the interaction what Charlie Chaplin and Albert Einstein had. So whenever I come across Albert Einstein, I used to quote this, right? Wherever I go to give a talk, there are few questions that audience places in front of me. One is, sir, will robots and AI take the job, right? Second one, will robots bring about the end of work? Third one, you will lose your job to a robot. And the last one, 1/3 of workers could be jobless by 2030 due to automation, right? And all these taglines you see on the headlines of the newspapers. Or if you go to any website, you can see that by 2030, almost 50% of jobs, it goes off, right? Recently, in Infosys, they terminated 4,000 employees. It has become viral, right? Always I say, in India, unemployment is not a problem. Problem is unemployability. Am I having the skill to do that work? If I am having that skill, I am the most wanted person. If I am not having that skill, I am the least bothered person, right? So, these are all the questions that comes in front of me, that people asks me, and that appears in newspapers, journals, all social media. You can see these kind of questions, right? And then Elon Musk $1 billion crusade to stop the AI apocalypse, and then protecting against AI existential threat. What if humans are no longer Earth's most intelligent beings, and there are 5 ways that Skynet is more real than what you think, right? These messages also we could able to see in the headlines of the newspaper, journals, or in social media, right? But there are some stories which are being hidden to us, right? Which appears in the last page of the newspaper or somewhere within a small box, right? Stating that a drone saves 2 Australian swimmers in the world first. Have you heard about this? Everyone heard about job loss or scarcity of jobs. Have you heard this? A drone saved 2 Australian swimmers, right? Have you heard like Rwanda's drone to increase blood delivery to 400 new destinations? Have you heard of this? There is a new app called Branch, right? It works with branchless bank for emerging markets. Anybody heard of this? And the last one, their special operators are getting a new autonomous tactical drone that belongs to the defense project, right? So these stories are hidden stories. We don't know anything about this, right? My entire session will be like this. We will discuss like life with machine learning, and we will discuss life without machine learning, right? So that's the way I thought of discussing with you. I am not going to speak anything technically. I am going to speak about what is happening in the real life. How are we using machine learning? If machine learning is not there, what life we need to live, and if it is there, what kind of cushion we are having. So we will be discussing machine learning on both the sides, on the positive side as well as the negative side also, right? Okay. How many of you are having a pen drive? Please raise your hands. I need to ask how many of you are not having a pen drive. Please put your hands down. I am having 2 pen drives. What is the average capacity of a pen drive? 1 TB pen drive. 128 GB, 256, 128 GB, right? Okay. What can be the price of that pen drive? Approximate cost, 500, 1000, 1000, right? Okay. Have a look onto this image, right? One set of people are trying to transport one device from one place to another. Any guesses from your side? What device this is? Storage device. It's a hard disk. It's a hard disk. This happened in the year 1956. They were transporting hard disk from one location to another location, right? Now, you can understand, you are carrying pen drive in your pocket, right? And hard disk also, like you can keep it in your hand, right? Okay. In the year 1956, the cost of a 5 megabyte hard disk is $1,20,000. 5 megabyte hard disk is $1,20,000. But now you are saying I can get a 128 GB pen drive at the cost of 1,000 rupees, right? Data is growing at a phenomenal rate. Data is growing at a phenomenal rate, right? When computers invented, people spoke about bits. Then later nibble came into existence, and then byte, and then kilobyte, and then megabyte, and then gigabyte, and then terabyte, and then petabyte, and then exabyte, and then zettabyte, and then yottabyte, and then brontobyte, and so on, right? So data is growing at a phenomenal rate. I still remember the day when I wanted to purchase my computer system in the year 1998. One vendor came to my home. That time the cost of one personal computer, it was around ₹1,00,000. One vendor came to my home and he asked what kind of processor I want, how much RAM I want, how much what kind of monitor I want. All these stuff he asked. I was answering. And finally he came to the most important part, that is, sir, how much hard disk capacity you want? I was doing some real-time projects. So I told him, sir, I am in need of 2 GB hard disk. I am in need of 2 GB hard disk. The reaction what that fellow gave to me was, sir, are you in need of 2 GB hard disk? So the meaning is, at that time 2 GB hard disk is, it is beyond imagination. He asked me, are you in need of 2 GB hard disk? That happened in the year 1998. Now we are in 2024. What is the minimum capacity of hard disk? It is 500 GB, it went off, right? So the minimum capacity is 1 terabyte, which is equal to 1024 gigabytes. Sir, in 1998, it was 2 GB. Now it is 1 TB. That's it, 1 TB. What is your capacity? Sir, it is 1 TB only, right? So 1024 GB, 500 times the transformation happened in a period of 25 years. Data is growing at a phenomenal rate, right? Why, sir? What are all the reasons? The main reason is, listen carefully, data is collected every day from business, society, science and engineering, medicine, and almost every other aspect of life. We are having the disease also, right? If we open mobile phones, we download images and we spend one full day deleting unwanted images, right? And whenever we browse in internet, we store data, whether it is related or it is not related, right? We store data thinking that we will get some time later so that we will study later, right? But once when we come across your storage capacity is getting filled, right? What we start doing? We start deleting unwanted files. Almost 80% are unwanted files. 80% are unwanted files, right? So data is growing at a phenomenal rate because we are collecting data from all these sources. From each and every aspect of the life, we are collecting data. But as a user, what I require is, I require sophisticated information. Or otherwise I can say, I require knowledge. I require knowledge, right? So how to get that knowledge from data? Sir, can I use some conventional statistical methods? Yes, you can use. Sir, can I use a language, something like SQL, structured query language, to retrieve knowledge from the database? Yes, you can use. But the problem is, 80% of information, you can retrieve it using statistical tools or SQL, right? That remaining 20%, it is very much needed for the business managers to take efficient decisions, right? That we cannot extract it using traditional tools or SQL, right? So the solution is, we are badly in need of some powerful and versatile tools. For what purpose? To analyze the tremendous amount of data and to transform such data into organized knowledge, right? We need some tools and techniques that reads the data and finally gives some information to us, right? I hope you all agree that we are having a large amount of data, enormous amount of data, or we can say that information overload, right? But sir, if information overload is there, somewhere I have to narrow down what I want. I want to narrow down what I want, right? I could able to see a few researchers and students. So I thought of little bit I am deviating from my topic, and I am trying to show some examples to you, right? Let us consider, I want to search articles related to the term census, right? So what we do? We go to Google and then we type something called as census, right? Okay. Fine. Sir, have a look onto this. How many searches are successful if I type the term census? Okay. Sorry. How many searches are successful? Have a look onto this. How many results if I type the term census? Sir, it is 1460 lakhs. 1460 lakhs. So data is growing at a phenomenal rate. How to narrow down it, right? I am trying with another tool. So now I am checking with Google Scholar. Let me check census. Yes. Okay. See how many successful results. Sir, it is 69 lakhs 60,000. That's also a big number. That's also a big number. How to identify information from this, right? So I am getting help from Science Direct. You know what is this? Which indexes multiple journals, right? So I am checking census here. Okay, already it is there. Search. So how many documents related to search census? Sir, it is around 10 lakh plus results. Again, that number is also big. So how to narrow down my search? How to extract information, relevant information for my task, right? I try to explain that. Okay. So now it is census. What is the positive searches? Sir, it is 1460 lakhs. I don't know how many crores it is, right? But now I want to refine it. How to refine? Sir, I need census from the websites that ends with edu. That ends with edu, right? So site:/edu. If I type, what is happening now? Let us have a look onto this. Now see the searches. Whether it got reduced? Sir, it got reduced to 109 lakhs. 109 lakhs. 1.09 crore. Again, it's a big number. Again, it's a big number, right? Sir, I want information only from educational domains which are in India. Which are in India, right? So how can I refine my query? I can say it as site:/edu.in. Try this. Now what is the size? How many successful searches now? Sorry. How many searches? It is 1 lakh? 1,25,000. It got reduced drastically. Sir, it should be edu. It should be from India. File type should be PDF. I want only PDF files, right? So let us try that. So how to do that in your search? You can type file type : PDF, right? So now check how many documents? How many documents? Sir, it's around 56,600. Number is reduced drastically. But still it's a big number for me, right? Sir, I want the latest documents. So how we can do that? After 2020. Let me try this. After 2020, right? So now, how many successful searches are there? Sir, it is around 5,690 searches. Yes. If it is in terms of thousands or hundreds, I try to identify what I require, right? Sir, if it is in several crores, millions, billions, how can I search the information which I want? Right? Suppose if you say, sir, I don't want any information from .com websites, .org websites, right? So you can refine your search. You can say that minus site :com. If you give like this, whatever it is getting displayed, you won't get any successful results from .com websites. You will get from other websites, right? So information overload is there, but there is a method to to narrow it and to identify the exact source what you want, right? Few budding researchers are there. That's what I heard from organizers. For them it's an advice, right? Before starting your research, or people are there with the doctorates, while guiding your people, you can use this tool, right? Before selecting a topic, go to Gartner's Hype Cycle. So this is Gartner's Hype Cycle for the year 2024, right? It has been divided into 5 quadrants. The first quadrant is innovation trigger. The second part is peak of inflated expectations. The third one is trough of disillusionment, and fourth one is slope of enlightenment, and the last one is plateau of productivity, right? See, in the first part, that is an innovation trigger, right? There are many areas. Many topics are there, which means that these topics are brand new topics. These topics are brand new topics, right? These are all new innovation thoughts, right? If you want to start your research on a new concept, right? You can explore this part. You can have a look onto this: federated machine learning, reinforcement, artificial general intelligence, autonomous agents, AI supercomputing, 6G, large action models. Sir, all these stuff, it is referred as innovation trigger. They are brand new, right? So these things people have not experimented a lot, right? Whereas the second one, that is peak of inflated expectations, there are certain tools like super apps, and then internal developer portals, machine customers, GitHubs, etc., right? So what is the meaning of this peak of inflated expectations? People started doing research and now they are understanding what is what. That is the second part of this Gartner Hype Cycle, right? The third part is trough of disillusionment, generative AI. We are thinking that generative AI is in peak now, right? But generative AI, it is in the trough of disillusionment part, which means that people have started doing research and they started identifying the limitations, challenges, whatever it is. Right? So, if you see the Gartner's hype cycle, you can understand what are all the new areas and what are all the areas people started working currently and what are all the areas people worked a little bit earlier and now they understood what is what. Right? Few years back, if you have checked trough of disillusionment may be under innovation. And they have mentioned clearly, right? The one which is there with the white circle, those topics will be there for less than 2 years, right? Next one, this blue color, 2 to 5 years. This black, 5 to 10 years. And this orange, more than 10 years, right? More than 10 years, it takes time to reach the final part, that is plateau of productivity. So if people who wants to do research, have a look onto this Gartner hype cycle and you can choose your research problem. So research, it purely depends on your research problem, right? There are two types of research problem. One is good one, another one bad one. So let us not speak about the bad one because no one cares about that, right? So if your research problem is good one, right? And if others starts working on it, it is clear that you have opened the door, right? So if your research problem is good and already you reached the dead end and nobody can improve it, so you closed the door, right? So either you allow others to open the door or you only close the door, right? And research is not like I have to start from the beginning and I have to go till the end. I have not done like that. I hope you people are also like that. Sir, it's like a 4 into 100 meters relay, right? I started my research somewhere in the middle and I have not reached the destination also. Somewhere before the ending process, I concluded my research. I started my research with the research problem of somebody and I have given space to others to work on my research work, right? So this understanding budding researchers should have, right? So how to narrow down your search space and how to choose the topic for your research, right? So this is right. This is not my agenda, but still I thought of explaining this to you. Okay. As I said earlier, we are data rich, but we are very poor in information. We are very poor in knowledge. We are very poor in wisdom, right? Now there is a computing called as WBC, which people say it is wisdom based computing. We are data rich, but we are information poor, knowledge poor, and then wisdom poor, right? Have a look onto this statement, which is said by Eric Schmidt. He is the executive chairman of Google. What message he has given? From the dawn of civilization until 2003, humankind generated 5 exabytes of data. But now, we produce 5 exabytes of data 2 days once and the pace is accelerating. Sir, from day 1 until 2003, human beings generated 5 exabytes of data. From the day when human beings came into this world, right? From that day onwards, until 2003, human beings generated 5 exabytes of data. But now, 5 exabytes of data are getting generated once in every 2 days and the pace is accelerating. This is not said by me, this is said by Eric Schmidt.
How big is exabyte?
See, you can work it out. I told, no? Gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, exabyte. 1 exabyte is equal to 1024 petabytes. 1 petabyte is 1024 terabytes. 1 terabyte is 1024 gigabytes. 1 gigabyte is 1024 megabytes. 1 megabyte 1024 kilobytes. So on, like that you have to multiply it, right? So every 2 days once we are generating 5 exabytes of data and the pace is accelerating. Why this is happening? How many of you have heard about this Moore's law, which was said by Tim Gordon Moore, who was I am having some throat issues, so in between I have water, don't mistake me. Gordon Moore is the co-founder of Intel. He has given an excellent law to this world, Moore's law. How many of you know about this? Okay, what do you mean by Moore's law? the speed and power of a microprocessor will double once in every 2 years. Will double once in every 2 years, right? Sir, when computers, it came into picture, there was the frequency was in hertz, and later kilohertz came into picture, megahertz came into picture, gigahertz came into picture, so on, right? The speed and power of a computer will double once in every 2 years. Sir, why, sir, that number 2, right? To understand that, I hope in your childhood you should have heard about this story. The person who invented the chess game, he went to the emperor of Gupta and he said, King, I have invented one game. I want to demonstrate that game to you. King said, okay, you demonstrate. So he opened the chessboard and he started keeping all the coins. You know, chessboard consists of 64 checker boxes. So he started keeping king, queen, soldier, elephant, etc., etc. And he started demonstrating. King was very happy after seeing the entire game. He said, I'm very much impressed on the game what you have invented. For this, what you want? The person who invented the chess game said, King, you please give rice items to me, that is enough. King got angry. Yeah, I thought of giving gold ornaments, silver ornaments, even one little kingdom to you for the invention what you have done. But you are asking for rice items, poor fellow. He said, yes, rice items it is enough. But while giving rice items, you follow one procedure. What procedure? There are 64 checker boxes, right? In the first checker box, you keep one rice item. It is 2 to the power of 0. 2 to the power of 0. Keep one rice item. In the second checker box, you keep 2 to the power of 1 rice item. That is 2. In the next one, 2 cube. That is 8. The next one, 2 to the power of 4, 16. Like that you keep, it is enough for me. Then king ordered his soldiers, Yapa, come with one handful of rice, fill all these checker boxes, let us patent this game. They started filling the checker boxes. When it reached 32, the height of that rice item, it is like Mount Everest. It is like Mount Everest. When they were nearing 40th checker box, the entire Gupta empire itself, that much rice is not available. So that's the power of 2. That's the power of 2, right? During Corona time we have seen, right? In one day, if one patient gets affected, next day it becomes 2, next day it becomes 4. That's what we call it as exponential growth. Exponential growth, right? Now you can relate that story with this law. So the speed of microprocessor will double once in every 2 years, right? Sir, why this is happening, sir? Why? Why this much data it is getting generated, right? The main reason is the model of generating or consuming data has been changed. How, sir? Sir, in the old model, companies generated data, we used the data. But now everyone is generating data and everyone is using data. You may question me, sir, am I the culprit in generating the data? Yes, we are culprits. How? Have a look onto this. This is what happening in internet in 1 minute. Now you say, are you part of it or not? In 1 minute, right, in internet, 241.2 million emails sent in 1 minute. We are also part of that. 18.8 million text messages sent in 1 minute. And then 2.4 million searches happened. 6,94,000 video hours viewed in 1 minute. 3.47 million snaps created, etc., etc. You can have a look onto this. 22,831 visits to ChatGPT in 1 minute. I am also part of it. You are also part of it. So data is growing at a phenomenal rate, right? How many of you have encountered this situation? If you want to purchase one book, right? You should have got a message from the system. You should have got a recommendation from either Amazon or Flipkart stating that the person who searched for this book, they have also searched XYZ, right? How many of you? Most of us, we have encountered, right? So what's the technology behind that? I'm putting a question mark. Let us answer it later, right? Is there any correlation between beer and baby diaper? Sir, honestly speaking, if I see through naked eye, there is no correlation, right? Before explaining this, I thought of taking two of my personal use cases. Don't mistake me for sharing my personal use cases, because it adds value to this discussion. That's the reason. When I go to my native, I'm from Tamil Nadu. Usually we start in the early morning, 6 o'clock we start. When we reach Salem, usually it's around 8:30. One time we went to a hotel in Salem. It's a big hotel. We parked a car, we went inside. Whenever I'm in traveling, I order for idli, right? I ordered for idli. My wife ordered for pongal, and my daughters ordered ghee dosa, right? That fellow came after some time, right? He came with one extra component. Any guesses from your side? Don't say chutney sambar. That's an integral part of idli, dosa, pongal. Yes, vada, right? That fellow came with, I ordered for idli. That fellow came with idli and vada. Then I asked him, when I ordered idli, you have come up with idli and vada. If I order idli, whether vada is free? And he said, no, sir, we will charge for both. Then I asked, why you brought vada along with idli? He said, sir, I don't know. In our hotel, they installed some mechanism. That tool is saying that 95% of customers who consumed idli, they have also consumed vada. So there is a strong correlation between idli and vada. So my manager told me, whoever orders for idli, you go with vada. If 10 members orders idli, right? If that fellow comes with vada, right? Out of 10, 8 will say yes for vada. So indirectly, they are increasing the sales of vada, right? Without our, knowledge or without our understanding, right? You people have gone to malls. One small or visual understanding. You people have gone to malls, right? Have you ever seen wall clock inside the malls? Have you ever seen? No. Why? They have not kept wall clocks. Have you understood? Have you checked at any time why there is no wall clock inside the malls? Because they don't want you to understand how much time you are staying inside the mall. Sir, many times I come to know only at the time of paying money to parking. Parking only, that fellow asks me, sir, you have to pay 250 rupees. Yeah, how 250 rupees? Sir, you stayed here for 7 hours. Then I will come to know I stayed inside the mall for 7 hours. Right? And moreover, if you have gone to departmental stores like D-Mart or whatever it is, right? If you enter into D-Mart, whether they keep rice or dal items at the beginning? No, sir. What they do? Sir, they keep least important items on the right hand side, because anyhow your vision will be on the right hand side. So they keep least important items there. Next time you try. So whichever it is most important, they keep it on the left hand side. So first you see it on the right hand side. If there is no, if your search is unsuccessful, then you start seeing on the left hand side. Right? And moreover, they keep all rice, dal, and then oil items in the middle of the store. Why, sir? If they are keeping at the beginning, you will purchase there and you will go. Right? Sir, earlier days when I was a kid, owners are inside, customers are outside. But now the trend has been changed. Right? Customers are inside, we don't know where are the owners. Right? Okay, fine. I used to go with my wife. My wife comes with one chit. These are all the products that we need to purchase. But while returning back, I ask her, usually, Emma, have you purchased all the items? She says, I have written 20. Out of that, I have purchased only 5. But bill is around 10,000 rupees. Right? So this is that's how they are looting money from our packets, right? So they keep important items in the middle of the store. Rice item, dal items, oil items, etc. Right, sir, I purchased everything. Finally, billing has to happen. These fellows billing, they won't do it in a straight manner. They put it as a maze, right? So we have to go, we have to wander here and there. And if you go and stand in front of one bill counter, they keep all kind of chocolates there. My first experience, I was not trained on that part. So what I have done, I went along with my kids. We were standing for billing. My younger one asked me, Appa, can I get one dairy milk silk? I don't know what is the dairy milk silk. From my understanding, the price of a chocolate is 5 rupees or max 10 rupees. I was very magnanimous on that side. I said, why are you getting only for you? You get one for your sister also. She purchased 2 dairy milk silk, and finally while putting bill, that fellow was asking 200 rupees. Right? Sir, why they have kept silk nearer to that billing station? Because their kids stay, so that time they ask, then while putting bill, those people, they used to urges, rushes, so somehow we purchase items, right? That's how they are looting money from packets. So my first example, my first case, went to that hotel, he gave vada with idli, he gave vada with pongal, but not vada with dosa. And he said 95% of customers who consumed idli, they have also consumed vada. 90% of customers who consumed idli, they have also consumed pongal, they have also consumed vada. So there is a strong correlation between idli and vada. That's why we are giving it together. This is one example. What's the technology that they are using? Let's put a question mark there. Second one. One Sunday, my daughter asked me, Appa, I need a bread packet. I should have taken her to a bakery to get 20 rupees bread packet, right? So what I have done, I took her to, a departmental store, big departmental store. There I asked, where you have kept bread? That fellow showed one place. I went there. I took one bread packet. There they have written MRP 20 rupees, big market special price 18 rupees. I was appreciating myself. Hey, you saved 2 rupees. Great. Then I asked my daughter, shall we go? Her eyes, it is on a product which has been kept left side of bread. Any guesses? Nutella, jam, right? So jam. She was telling, Appa, always you say I am very thin, right? My teacher also advised, if I apply jam over bread and if I have the taste, it is delicious. Could you please get me one jam bottle? If kids are asking, what we have to tell, right? So I saw the price, MRP is 300, big market special price is 280, right? I said, oh, okay, let us get. Then again, I asked her, shall we go, Amma? Her eyes is on a product which has been kept right hand side of bread packet. Any guesses? Butter, right? Butter. She tells, you all the times you are saying I am thin, but if I apply butter over loaf of bread, and if I have, my weight also will increase, you will also be happy. Please get me one butter bottle also. Again 300 MRP, and then special price is 280. Sir, my agenda is to get one bread packet worth of 20 rupees. But that day, I ended up with 280 plus 280 plus 20. How much it is? 560 plus 20, 580. See, Shani Bhagavan, right, has to come only on Saturday. If he comes all the days, it's a problem, right? For me, it happened on that day, right? I asked that person, hey, why you have kept a jam bottle and cheese or butter along with bread? Rather, next to bread, if you have kept a phenyl or harpic, right? My daughter, she will never ask, right? Then he said, sir, we installed some tool in our store. The tool is saying 95% of customer who purchased the bread, they have also purchased the jam. So my owner told me that these has to be kept together. That's why we have placed it together. What is the tool? Like, is there a correlation between diaper and beer? Sir, if you see, there is no correlation, right? But Amazon has come up with an interesting conclusion. What is that? The conclusion is men between 30 to 40 years of age, that to shopping between 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Fridays, who purchased the diapers were most likely to have beer bottles in their cart. Sir, you go to Amazon Kindle store, next to baby diapers, they have kept beer bottles. They have kept beer bottles. So this is an interesting conclusion, interesting pattern identified by Amazon. So what is the tool, right? And one more example I can say, Reliance Trends. How many of you have visited that? We are visiting continuously, right? What that fellow does, first time if you go, they give some vouchers, right? And they say, sir, if you are coming next time, you can encash this, right? Next time, whether there is a need or not, my wife used to tell, hey, Reliance vouchers ide, we need to encash it. It is not encashing. Again, they are taking money from our packet, right? The same way, one time we went to Kadim's. First time I purchased one brown color shoe. That fellow gave some vouchers. I collected. That was gifted by my elder daughter. While coming back to home, no, my wife was asking my elder daughter, kidding, you purchase only shoes to your father. You never consider about me. Then my elder daughter said, Amma, this much money only I will have. Let us see how much love and affection Appa is having, right? So next time again we went to Kadim's. We purchased a shoe, chapel for my wife. That fellow gave one coupon, right? And while coming, no, my younger one started asking, Appa got, Amma got, you people have left me as an orphan, right? Then we went one more time. We purchased it for my younger one. That time also he gave one voucher, right? While coming, no, my elder daughter was saying, see, I purchased one shoe to you. Have you purchased anything to me? Right. Finally, we went one more time. We purchased one shoe to her. Sir, we purchased one chapel to my mother, to my mother-in-law. Finally, they gave one voucher. While returning in car, my wife is asking, we purchased shoes for everyone, but one voucher is pending. Can we purchase for our maid? Yeah, that is not in our agenda itself. Right? So what is the technology that is looting money from our packet? Right? Let us understand that. That technology is machine learning. Right? So what do you mean by that? I don't want to enter into detailed stuff, right? So what is machine learning? This is the standard definition what Arthur Samuel has given in the year 1959. 2025 we are speaking about machine learning, but that roots, it was started in the year 1959, right? So machine learning is a field of study that gives computers the ability to learn and to improve from experience without being explicitly programmed, right? And Arthur Samuel has come up with the first machine learning program, which is called as game of checkers. Game of checkers. When he was working in IBM, he came up with this product, and it was in the year 1959, and this is the first officially announced machine learning program, game of checkers, right? See, I don't want to enter into the different types of learning. All these stuff, all people should have spoken with you, right? So let me take you in a different way, right? Sir, how life without machine learning? Earlier days, how we were, right? Life without machine learning, how our life used to be. The world's best search engine won't be the best, right? There won't be a concept called as facial recognition on Facebook or Instagram without machine learning. And there is no concept called as voice recognition, right, without machine learning, right? So let us see life with machine learning, how it is. Using Facebook, LinkedIn, Insta, I can connect it with my old friends. It is possible with the help of machine learning. Amazon, it made shopping easy, right? Anybody have researched what is this symbol? A to Z. So whatever you want, you can get it in Amazon, right? So Amazon, it has made shopping easy because of machine learning, and we are getting movie recommendations from Netflix. That is also because of machine learning, right? So let me take you with some few use cases, right? We all know AR, VR glasses, augmented reality, virtual reality, right? So it is giving a highly immersive gaming experience because of AI, ML, deep learning, right? And so on. And this gesture control gaming, that is also nowadays possible because of machine learning. In lifts and all, they have implemented this system, right? COVID time only, people, they were hesitating to touch the button, right? So gesture control devices, control lifts has come into picture now. So if you want to move up, right, you can go stand in front of the lift and you can say, you can signal like this. So the meaning is you want to go up. So if you want to go down, you can press, you can show like this. If you enter into a lift, if you want to go to first floor, it is enough to show it as 1. If you want to go to second floor, it is enough to point it as 2, right, to the app. So gesture control devices, it is possible because of machine learning, right? And the next one is very famous game. You know FIFA 18, right? What is that? It's a football simulation game, right? And the speciality in this game is opponent gets stronger as you progress in the game. So this is also because of machine learning, right? So this is life with the machine learning. And two use cases I take, which we use. I am not a marketing executive for Amazon. And next one I'll be discussing with you about Uber, right? So I'm not a marketing executive for Amazon or Uber. So since we are using this, I'm taking these two segments as examples, right? In Amazon, product suggestions are happening. It is because of machine learning. Yesterday, I was searching for a mobile for my wife, Samsung M31 something, M35 something, right? It is saying like people who viewed this, people who purchased this, they have also purchased. Nowadays they are not giving charger. They are not giving charger. We have to purchase extra, right? So they have put people who have purchased, they have also purchased charger, etc., etc. All other devices they have kept, right? So that recommendations. Who is giving that? It's not a human being. It's an algorithm. It's an algorithm. So who is that algorithm? It's a machine learning algorithm. So let us give a red carpet welcome to machine learning algorithms who are doing all these works. Welcome Mr. Algorithm or welcome Miss Algorithm, right? Okay. So this product suggestions, it is happening because of machine learning. And sir, last week I checked the price. It was 20,000 something. Then I did continuous searches for almost 10 times in a day. That price got increased to 22,000. I asked one of my friend who was sitting next to me to check the price of that mobile. It was showing us 19,000 something. But for me it was showing 22,000. Sir, how sir? It's like the price of the product changes based on the number of searches. That's what we call it as dynamic pricing. Flight pricing, right? Flight pricing. If you book flight tickets, what happens? Sir, 3 months back if you book, the rate is different. 1 week back you book, the rate is different. 1 hour prior you book, the rate is different, right? So the dynamic pricing, it is possible because of machine learning. Human beings are not sitting and operating on this. It's all about algorithms. Algorithms are working on that part, right? And you check this, the price of the product, what you are purchasing, it varies depending on the number of searches, what you do, right? So price of a product, it varies based on the demand. And the third important part is customer segmentation. See, I am the owner of a baby diaper company. Whom I have to concentrate? Can I concentrate on school students or college students? There is no use. Sir, I need to focus on newly married couples, right? So segmentation has to happen. So that segmentation, it is also possible because of machine learning, right? So this is one use case. And the another use case is Uber, right? So Uber, it suggests the pickup place, drop up place automatically. You all know that. And Uber share, Ola pool and then Uber share. It identifies like-minded people. What do you mean by like-minded people? Who wants to go to the same destination, right? It identifies those people and put them in one car or put them in one vehicle, right? So who is doing, sir? Not a human being, algorithm is doing. Machine learning algorithm is doing, right? So that is possible because of machine learning. And the third one is allocates booking based on time, distance, price and ratings. Morning if you see, there is one rate. 10 o'clock another rate, 12 o'clock another rate, 2 o'clock another rate. Again dynamic pricing, right? It's also because of machine learning. How many of you have heard about this? A robot has built a house in 2 days. Entire house was built by a robot in 2 days. It's not a new news, right? It happened in 2016, right? And that robot is smart enough to leave spaces in the brickwork for wiring, plumbing, and can even cut and shape bricks to the size what that engineer expects. So this is the advancement in the technology. This is because of AI, ML, and DL, all those stuff, right? You all know about Amazon Echo, right? It relies on machine learning, okay? So you can play the music what you want, you can order pizza, you can book a cab, and you can control your devices that are available in your home, right? That is also possible because of machine learning. Now, how we will be better together with technology? how we will be better together, right? So let us be more creative. Let us be better decision makers. Let us be the superpowers in the physical world. Sir, let us be safer and let us understand each other better with technology. With technology, right? Sir, the speed and power of computers, it is truly amazing because it executes several, millions of instructions in 1 second. Human being can't do that. Human being can't do that, right? But on the other side, when you think about, the thinking capacity, right? The intelligent quotient of a computer system is less than the intelligent quotient of an earthworm. Sir, usually earthworm has the least intelligent quotient. If you take the IQ level of a computer system, it is less than that of IQ of an earthworm, right? So computers are good in processing and human beings are good in thinking capability, right? We need to have a device where the device should have the processing power of a computer and the thinking capacity of a human being. That's the dream of artificial intelligence. That's what we are saying, it is a neural network now. Right? Assume this as a device. I am giving a song to this device. This device will say whether this song is a blockbuster song or it's a flop song. If you say no, you are out of the market. If you say yes, you are inside the market, right? So that device is a neural network. It's a hardware, software system that simulates as per the activities of your biological nervous system. We call it as a neural network, right? So how we can be better with technology? With all these things, we can be better with technology. So let me take the first one. How can we be more creative? Sir, this is one phrase I have taken from William Shakespeare's play, right? What he is saying, have a look onto this. What a piece of work is a man. How noble in reason, how infinite in faculties, in form and moving, how express and admirable in action, how like an angel in apprehension, how like a god. This is the statement given by William Shakespeare, right? So he is speaking about the excellent creature of God, that is mankind. So human beings are very good in doing creative tasks. Not the same repetitive tasks continuously, right? We are not good in that, but we are having the creative ability. Earlier I said thinking capacity. Our thinking capacity is better than computers' thinking capacity, right? So this is what said by William Shakespeare. How many of you have heard about this gentleman, the last one who was standing, Makoto Koike? He is a BTech mechanical graduate from Japan, right? His father and mother both are having a farm, cucumber farm, right? And you know the price of cucumber, it depends upon the number of prickles on the cucumber. If prickles are more, then the quality of cucumber is excellent, the price is high. If prickles are less, then the quality of cucumber is not that much good, right? So what Makoto's mother does is, during the peak season, right, they cultivate more amount of cucumbers. She spent several months to classify cucumbers into 3 categories. One is low, another one medium, and third one is top class cucumbers. She spent several months to categorize, right? What Makoto did, he applied deep learning in its father's cucumbers farm, right? And all these categorization, now it is happening within few hours. So technology, it is not only for company, it is for normal people like us also. He has implemented in his father's cucumbers farm, right? Sir, why are you taking example from foreign countries? Let us take one example from Karnataka. From Davangere, one person has implemented.
We talk about groceries, so food we buy off the shelf, of course, cultivated and grown on farms. If we head to India, groceries, the food we buy off the shelf, of course, is all cultivated and grown on farms. If we
So
head
this is BBC News.
50% of the workforce are employed in agriculture and a growing population now.
The name of that person is Mr. Nikhil. He is from Davangere. In his farm, he has implemented AI, IoT devices. Yes.
Technology that promises to make farms more efficient, productive and profitable thanks to artificial intelligence. Archana Shukla reports.
For generations, Indian farms have been sown and tilled only with traditional know-how. But some like Nitin Patil are trying out something different. With sensor devices on his vineyard that check weather and soil health and uses artificial intelligence to figure out when to water the crops, add fertilizer and tackle pests. Nitin then receives a precise advisory on a mobile app.
This vineyard where we are now, it has no groundwater sources and we are growing these wines with the water that we purchase from outside tankers. With the help of this AI data, we are now able to irrigate them only at the crucial stage, and that's helping us to save around 50% of the water that we used to give before.
Built in India's Silicon Valley, Bangalore by startup Fossil Agritech, the service has led to a near 25% boost in productivity on crops like grapes and guavas. Informed decision making is only one part of the solution to improve productivity, but weeding out inefficiencies in the existing age-old agricultural practices is also crucial. AI-powered robots offer a solution. This one is equipped with precision cameras that scan the ground in real time, programmed to avoid wasteful spraying.
The way spraying is done in India is on an acre level, and our mission is to boil that down into a plant level decision making. Just by spraying only on the plant, we are seeing a 56% savings.
Improved rural digital connectivity and government support for agri-tech startups has pushed farm innovations. But even
So we talked about groceries.
Okay, it continues. So, technology in agriculture, it has come in India also. It has come to Karnataka. It has come to Davangere, right? So, no need to quote examples in foreign countries, right? We also started implementing that. I'll complete this first part, madam, and then we'll give a break. We all addicted to Amazon Prime. Why? Because delivery is faster, right? Why delivery is faster? That too, if you order any item, they may give items on the same day and they may give items on the next day, right? And we are proud to say that we are Amazon Prime customers, right? Well, how Amazon is able to do that? So they have employed hundreds of thousands of Kiva robots to take care of manufacturing, packing, everything, packing and all. It is not done by human beings. It is done by Kiva robots, right? So a person by name, Miss Scott, who is working in Amazon, right? What she is telling, have a look onto this. For me, it's the most mentally challenging thing we have here. It is not repetitive. It is not repetitive because the repetitive tasks are taken care by robots. Right? The work what she has to do is, it's a mentally challenging job and it's a creative job so that I can use my brain, right? So the agenda is, the objective is, when machines take over simple repetitive tasks, humans are freed from doing that, right? So they can think out of the box and they can come up with excellent solutions. They can come up with creative solutions, right? So that is the one-line agenda for all these technological advancements. An author and a video game enthusiast by name Zona, right? What she is telling, I want AI to do my laundry and dishes so that I can do art and writing. not on the other side. Not on the other side, right? Not using AI to do my art and writing so that I can do my laundry and dishes, right? So I don't want to do that. So this statement given by her. And this is another startup by name Everla. Sorry, earlier days, when a case comes to a lawyer, what he or she has to do is, they have to identify the cases related to that domain. And earlier what has happened, what was the judgment given? If you go to an advocate's room, entire room was filled with books, right? So they have to read the books, they have to take points, and finally they have to understand how to argue, right? But now this startup company Everla, what they have done is, they have automated all the case documents. All the case documents. You tell, sir, I want reference for this case. It comes up with n number of choices to you. Right? Now, the work of an advocate is, they have to connect the dots. They have to connect the dots. They have to understand how to argue. That's it. How to defend. No need to collect the documents. Right? So, this startup Everla is working on that. They are using machine learning to execute the task what I have mentioned. In US, on an average, in a year, 6,000 to 7,000 deaths are happening because of wrong prescription of medicines. See, whatever doctors write, we can't understand what they are writing. If you are going to a medical shop person, he assumes something and he gives something, right? So finally what happens? If our fate is good, that medicine is the right medicine. If our fate is not good, right, he may give a wrong medicine to us. In US, on an average, 6,000 to 7,000 deaths are happening because of medical errors. So for that, a company by name OmniCell, they have come up with a robotic pharmacy to improve patient safety, right? I thought of showing that to you. All segregation happens automatically. So this is a robotic pharmacy which improves patient safety, right? We can take a break here, intermission. So we will meet after some time, after 10 minutes we'll meet. Thank you. Thank you.
Dear participants, tea and snacks is served in the regular place. So come back by 15 minutes.
Please come back at the earliest.
So that we can complete at the Is it right? Shall we start? Are you prepared to listen to another part of machine learning? Yes, right. Let me start with one unheard story. Right? Whenever we say story, there are some protocols, right? What are those protocols? We have to start with once upon a time, or long ago, so long ago, right? So let us not violate the protocol. Let us go with the protocol. Long ago, there was a woodcutter, right? Anyhow, let us name that character so that we can reach that person very quickly, right? So there was a woodcutter. Let us keep the name as Muruga, right? That fellow, he cuts wood and then he sells, and finally with the money what he is earning, he could able to lead his life, right? One day what happened when he was cutting a wood, right? Accidentally his axe fell into the water, right? His favorite god is Munishwara, and what he did, Munishwara anta he called. Munishwara came. Then he said, I lost my axe. Then Munishwara entered into water and he came up with one golden axe. He said, no, it is not mine. Again he entered inside. He came up with one silver axe. He said, no, it is not mine. And again he entered inside and he came up with his original axe. Right? He said, yes, this is my axe. Munishwara appreciated his honesty, and then what to say, he has given gold, silver, as well as his original axe to Muruga, right? It's an unheard story, right? No, it's a heard story. Right, fine. Now, let us see the other part. Now Muruga is having golden axe, and then silver axe, and then his original axe. Original axe, he can use it for cutting trees and all. But what to do with golden axe and silver axe? So he sold those things. He married one girl, right? So let us name that character as, when I say Muruga, then we can Valli or Devana, right? So we call it as Valli. But Valli is a very humorous girl. Whenever Muruga cracks a joke, she laughs like anything, right? One day, after cutting trees and all, Muruga and Valli, they were walking nearer to a river, right? They were crossing a river. At that time, Muruga was telling some joke. Valli was laughing, ha ha, and then accidentally she fell into water, right? Then again he called Munishwara. He came, Yanappa, where Kelsa Ilvanamako. Each and every time you are troubling me. Now this time what happened? My wife fell into water, please help me. He got entered into water and he came up with Trisha. Right? Immediately this fellow told, this is my wife, this is my wife. Munishwara got angry. Hey, I know your wife. Your wife is Vali. But whom I took is Trisha, right? But you are saying yes. Muruga was very honest, right? What he told, Munishwara, first time you entered inside, you have come up with Trisha. If I say no, then again you go inside, you come up with Aishwarya Rai, I say no. And then again you go inside, you come up with my original wife, I will say yes, right? Appreciating my honesty. If you give these three, it is very difficult to manage. Managing one itself, it is difficult. So how to manage three? So that's why first itself I told it is mine. I hope this is an unheard story. Right? No. Great. Fine. So first one we have seen how to be more creative. The second one, I have not mentioned the title, how we can be the superpower in the physical world with the technology, right? One example we have seen. The next one is, recently I went to one multi-speciality hospital. I was talking to doctor, but doctor was talking to computer. He never saw me, right? Whatever I am saying, he is doing some work in the computer. Then I asked, sir, what work are you doing? He said, I am updating your EHR. What is that EHR? Electronic Health Record. Each and every person has one record, EHR record. So doctor was spending most of his time in updating EHR record of mine. He is not listening to me, but simply is typing in his laptop, right? Then I asked, sir, if you do like this, you will miss whatever I am saying. He said, no, I am listening to you, right? Now, a startup company by name Suki has developed one tool, right? And that tool, it is using speech recognition, entity extraction, classification, all these techniques it is applying, right? So the benefit of this tool is, it listens to the conversation between a doctor and a patient. It takes the content and automatically it updates EHR record, so that doctor no need to work with the laptop while interacting with the patient, so that he can concentrate more on the problems listed by the patient, right? So this is another advancement that makes us a superpower in the physical world. This is another startup by name Bowery, right? So these are all few things what I have come across. I thought of sharing with you. Not explaining you the mathematical aspect behind this. All these days you should have studied those mathematical aspects. I thought of explaining you it in a different way, right? So this is another startup by name Bowery, right? So they are into vertical farming. The biggest part is they are doing agriculture. They are doing a soil-free agriculture, and it's a nutrient-rich cultivation. They are using a tool called as Bowery OS. So it's a AI-driven monitoring of environment. They are doing predictive analytics, disease detection, and supply chain automation also, right? Whenever you are free, you can go what kind of works they are doing, right? So based on that, you can focus on your research also. The next is construction project works are happening, right? Many works are happening. If we send human beings to monitor all these works, it is very difficult to identify, right? A company by name Doxel, they have come up with robots, drones to take care of monitoring of construction work, right? You can have a look onto this. This is the tool developed by Doxel. So how much mechanical work got over, electrical work, plumbing work, what is the actual targeted production rate. Sitting in home, a person can understand how much work it is happening in the construction site. No need to go there. Everything, it is under the control of an app, a tool which uses machine learning, artificial intelligence, all those stuff what we discussed. So this work is overdue. It has to be completed, but it is not completed. That is coming as a message to the mobile of that particular person, right? So this is possible. And this is another interesting product which is made by an Israeli company called as Arkham. It is meant for visually challenged people, right? See what magic this device is doing. So this device, they have to put it in their glass. If they put, what happens?
Text reading. A large rose tree stood near the entrance of the garden. The roses growing on it were white, but there were 3 gardeners. Face recognition. Jane. Money notes detection. $50. Product identification. Oatmeal squares cinnamon. Barcode. Sausalito cookies, 7.2 ounce bag. Color detection. Gray area. Telling time and date. The time is 6:13 p.m. Today is Wednesday, July 19th, 2017.
So this is another advancement because of machine learning AI. This is very interesting one. It's a car. The name of that car is Volvo S90, right? It is doing recruitment. Have a look onto this.
Welcome, Oliver. Glad to see you put on your blue shirt for the interview.
Yes, indeed. You're welcome.
Are you feeling stressed?
Just a bit, you know.
Please allow me to play some piano music to make you feel more comfortable.
I feel a bit better now, thank you.
Glad to hear that. Tell me, why should I hire you?
I've been passionate about courses, I'm a boy.
Okay, let's do a little test. Can you show me where my electric compressor is?
Sure. Here.
Perfect. Can you explain how my 360-degree... I think I'm going to keep you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
See the caption of that car. Our new HR manager is hiring. Have you ever thought of like a car is doing a recruitment? See, teachers and doctors cannot be replaced by technology, I say. But teachers and doctors who don't use technology will be replaced by teachers and doctors who use technology, right? Fine, this is one interesting example that uses AI, NLP, and then deep learning, machine learning, all stuff. The next is a company by name Textio. They are working on smarter recruiting system, right? If you tell about the job description, right, they help you in generating AI generated job post that most of the people can appreciate, right? So it gives an excellent content to the person who's giving the requirement. So Texio, it is helping for smarter recruitment. Sir, this is one special day in the history of machine learning. He is a very famous player. His name is Lee Sedol, right? He got defeated in a Go game by Google's AlphaGo software, and he was sitting and reviewing where he missed that game. He was defeated by a software, and that software was made by Google. It's AlphaGo software. He defeated the famous Go player called as Lee Sedol. He was sitting and reviewing that, right? This is possible because of machine learning. The next one, in IRCTC also recently I have seen, if you have an app, right? If it has been written in Hindi, if I can't understand Hindi, if I point my app towards that, it is asking me on which language it has to be converted, like a Google translator, right? If you go to Taiwan, most of the content it is in Taiwan, right? But this app helps you in converting the Taiwan language to whichever language you want, right? So that is also because of machine learning. And autonomous cars, we know pretty well, right? Driverless cars. It is already, Niveda made it as illegal. As of now, 10 countries, they have legalized autonomous cars in road, right? But in India, they told clearly they won't allow this to enter into India. If it comes to Bangalore, again it will be more difficult to manage this traffic, right? So this is possible because of machine learning. As I said earlier, Amazon was using QR robots, right? How it is happening? How in Amazon's warehouse? What is happening? You can have a look onto this. Okay. The next one, that video is not playing. The next is, as I said earlier, there are some there are some dangerous jobs and tasks. If we automate that, we can save the lives of humans. As I told you, drones saved swimmers. I told you, drones are going to the areas where people can't enter, right? So let us see some examples on that part, right? One is a company by named Little Ripper, right? They have conducted the world's first recorded ocean rescue using a drone. When they received that message, within 70 seconds, the drone reached the swimmers, improving the rescue efficiency, right? And using machine learning, it is helping drones to identify the sharks, and then it enhances the safety of the swimmers also, right? You can have a look onto this, how the drone is helping the swimmers. So this is the first thing reported. A drone has saved 2 swimmers who are in deep trouble. So it is making our lives easy. The company name is Little Ripper. So it is identifying the sharks. There is another company by name Zipline. They are using drones to deliver vaccines and then blood to remote areas in Rwanda, right? It's a very remote place where people can't go, right? So you can see how it works, and then have a look onto this. Most of the deliveries, it has been completed less than 30 minutes, and now they are extending their services to Ghana, and they started test flights in United States also, right? You can see how it works.
What if we told you that this drone saved over 500,000 lives in the span of 6 years? In fact, this drone is better than any delivery service that wouldn't do the same task perfectly as this drone has. Right, you're about to see how a company called Zipline is saving lives every day, delivering life-saving supplies via a drone. First, an order comes to this person's computer from a doctor at a hospital who urgently needs a packet of blood to save a patient. Once the servicemen pack the order up, they pass it out to the crew who place the package in the belly of the drone, which is then placed on this catapult launcher. Then the crew carefully attaches wings with a fully charged battery. After completing pre-flight checks, they push a single button. In 3 seconds, the catapult launches the drone from 0 to 65 miles an hour in a third of a second. This is less time than it takes you to blink. It all happens within 90 seconds of receiving an emergency request. This is phenomenal efficiency. The drone navigates itself to the hospital. There is no need for human steering. When it reaches its destination, it opens the trapdoor and drops the package down, which lands safely using a small parachute. Well, maybe with a little bang on the road. The doctor goes out and takes the package needed to treat his patient and save a life. The work here is done. The drone changes the course and goes back to the base, where a sling catches it and safely lowers it to the crew. They take it out, remove its battery and wings, and it all goes back into rotations. And this is repeated hundreds of times with various destinations where people need life-saving supplies.
The reason that we're starting with blood is that it's a really crucial medical product.
So this is one research made by Zipline. There is another company by name Shield.ai. They are helping human soldiers in terms of defense. If there are some terrorists in a building, right? So this drone is helping, like who are all there inside the room, how many people, right? So it is helping military people. You can have a look onto this video also. So Shield.ai, the name of the product is Nova. So it operates in low and no light conditions. So this is how we can make dangerous jobs and tasks like beneficial to us, making drones to work on those things, right? As per the World Health Organization, they are claiming that 1.2 million accidents are happening annually, right? So for that, a list of companies, one is DeepMap and another one Applied Intuition, third is Voyage, and fourth is Syngene, right? So they are working on different things. DeepMap is working on detailed 3D maps, and then Applied Intuition creates simulated systems to help engineers test and ensure algorithms under different conditions. And then next is Voyage. It operates a robo taxi service within retirement communities. And then Syngene, it is building a self-driving software compatible with a wide range of vehicle types, right? So these are all making our lives easy. The next part, how to connect each other in a better manner. There is health organization called as Crisis Text Line, right? The main aim of this company is to help counselors connect with people when they are in trouble, right? Initially, like with the help of human trained counselors, they identified 50 trigger words that leads to suicide, right? They identified that words like die, cut, suicide and kill all refers to the term suicide, right? But after implementing machine learning, what they understood, the term ibuprofen, it's a painkiller, right? So ibuprofen, it is 14 times more likely to predict suicide than the word suicide. It's an interesting pattern. Ibuprofen is the name of a tablet, right? So if the people who have committed suicide, they have used the term ibuprofen more than using the term suicide, right? On the same way, this crying face emoji, it is 11 times more predictive than the word suicide, right? So these are all some interesting patterns identified by machine learning algorithms, right? Finally, what I am trying to tell, machine learning does not replace human counselors. So the point is, it helps them, right? It augments their ability to take better decisions, right? How many of you have heard about this Oral-B? Toothbrush we use, right? Oral-B, they have come up with an app. Now that brush, we can, with the help of Bluetooth, you can connect it to your phone, right? So let us see what happens with that Oral-B toothbrush.
I hate brushing my teeth. It's another chore I want to get done as fast as humanly possible. I know, it's terrible dental hygiene. But over the last week, I've cleaned up my act, or at least my teeth, with a new Bluetooth toothbrush. I didn't say blue teeth, I said Bluetooth. This is Oral-B's Smart Series electric toothbrush. It pairs with your iPhone or your Android phone to coach you through your brushing regimen and gives you feedback on your brushing habits. I know, do we really need this? What's next, Bluetooth toilet paper? But for a gadget lover like me, it's been really helpful. I've been spending way more time in here, brushing my teeth. That's the main goal, to get you brushing for the dentist recommended 2 minutes. As soon as you pair the phone and the brush,
you can set the time and
the clock starts, prompting you to...
It is enough to keep the brush inside. Brush only will do everything. Which place pressure is required.
Around, see what area you should be focusing on. The app and the brush will alert you if you're brushing too hard. But you can also extend the brushing session and program in some more focused care, adding a few extra seconds to a specific area. Oral-B suggests working with your dentist on this. So I called up my dentist.
Joanna, the best place for you to
It connects to your dentist if any issues are there.
your lower anterior teeth, your lower front teeth, and of course you continue to floss every day.
Sorry, no Bluetooth floss yet. She was happy to hear that when you're all done, it prompts you to clean your tongue with the brush and then floss. Then you get a summary of your entire session and a smiley face. But my favorite part of the app is that it distracts you during the 2-minute brushing process.
You can see news also. While brushing you can see the news.
Tips and inspirational quotes. Trust yourself and you will know how to live. Things I always wanted to know while brushing my teeth.
So this is a product of Oral-B. And how many of you have heard about this Amazon Go? No need to carry any wallets now. No need to carry any cards, mobile phones. You can go purchase and you leave without paying a single rupee. Automatically it's get deducted from your account. Right?
4 years ago, we started to wonder, what would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store, so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers. Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it
If
back.
you keep, it gets deleted.
Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. So, how does it work? We use computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find in self-driving cars. We call it Just Walk Out technology. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going. Amazon Go.
So the name of the technology is Just Walk Out. It helps fathers like me. Right? If not, if I stand in queue, I need to purchase more number of silk chocolates, right? Okay. So machine learning powered future is humans and algorithms are better together, right? AI plus you, it's a partner in progress. AI is not a replacement for us. AI is not a replacement for us. But whenever new technology comes, we used to blame. See, earlier days, when slates were invented, you know slate, right? Slate and pencil. People were complaining. Students didn't know how to use bark to calculate. They are using slates. They were scolding students. After some time, they started scolding them when they started using papers. They don't know how to write in a slate. They want paper. For that, how many trees we need to cut? After papers, they started complaining about ink. And they said they don't know how to write it in a pencil. They want ink to write. Later, they started complaining on fountain pens. And they said, see, they couldn't write it on pencil. Why they want fountain pens? They started complaining on ballpoint pens. They said ballpoint pens will ruin the world, right? And at one point of time, they started complaining calculators. They started complaining computers, right? But now everything is there. Everything is there. See, the picture of an earth, it doesn't change before and after your opinion. Earth image remains earth image only, right? So rather than complaining, let us accept the system and let us use it to our best, right? Rather than commenting about the system, right? See, in my earlier days, like I witnessed a few things. One is, in the year 1990s, Kodak company was a well-known company. Kodak cameras and then rolls, right? Sir, they had more than 1 lakh employees. But in the year 2003, Kodak entered into bankrupt. Their company was closed, right? Likewise, Ambassador car. How many of you have seen that? Now, is it possible to see one Ambassador car on the road? Illa. Solitaire TV, right? And then Dianora color TV. These are all the things what I have seen, right? In my childhood. And Nokia, right? When you take mobile phone Nokia, that too 1100, 1108, 3310, these models are very famous models. Earlier days, when they say mobile, it is Nokia. Where is Nokia now? Because of one wrong decision what they have taken. Nokia had a choice in front of them whether to go with Android or to go with Microsoft. They went with Microsoft, right? Now Nokia is not there. See, are you admitting that the companies what I have listed, Rajdoot bike, right? Earlier it was pride and pleasure. Now there is no Rajdoot bike in the country. So are you admitting that these companies have not given quality products? They have given quality at their level best. But the problem is they have not adjusted with the changes. They have not predicted what will be the industry for another 10 years, 20 years. They have not done the forecasting. That's the reason they entered into failure. Now tools are there to predict. Why can't we use that? There is a famous saying, right? Which species will survive? Which species will survive? Darwin's theory. Survival of the fittest. Now it has been changed. It's not survival of the fittest. Survival of the fastest. Survival of the fastest. But the technology is helping. Let us use that. Let us use that. Right? Okay. So in one cancer institute, when they diagnosed the cancer, only with the help of machine learning algorithms, the accuracy was 92%. When they were given to doctors, accuracy was 96%. But when they used both together, that is humans plus algorithms, the accuracy is 99.5%. That's why I told machine learning powered future is humans and algorithms are better together, right? It's not a replacement. It is helping us. This slide, it carries more meaning. People ask, sir, which and all jobs it goes because of artificial intelligence, right? There are 4 quadrants, right? Immediately, because of artificial intelligence, this lower left quadrant jobs are in trouble, right? So, which are all the things? Customer support, security guards, dishwasher, etc., telesales, etc., etc., right? See, for these jobs, compassion, it is not required, right? But if you take the upper half, right, compassion is required. Compassion is required, right? And if you see the upper right quadrant, right, lower right quadrant, which is required, creativity is required, and it will take several years to replace that. Right? So that's what I started my discussion. In India, unemployment is not a problem. Problem is unemployability. So if there are 10 vacancies, only 10 people can join. If there are 100 people, the one who is having that stuff will enter into that company, right? Others, they have to leave. If they are not qualified, right, how a job can be given to them, right? So these are all the jobs where AI has not entered till now, right? So creativity or strategy, wherever it is more, it takes several years for artificial intelligence to enter into that. I'm very crazy working with ChatGPT, right? I read one paper. This paper is about Chase Me. It's a heuristic scheme for electric vehicles, mobility management or charging stations in a smart city scenario, right? It was written by senior IEEE people, right? I read this paper. Have a look onto this abstract. See, in this abstract, what that author is trying to tell, he is focusing on the usage of battery powered vehicles has been continuously growing across the globe. However, considering the limited number of charging stations in the cities, electric vehicle charging problem has become a challenging task, right? The reasons are, one is longer waiting time and the another one is dynamic pricing. So he is focusing on this one only. So electric vehicles are increasing, so charging has to be done. So in charging points there are issues. What are those issues? One is long waiting time and as well as the dynamic pricing, right? For that he addressed some solutions, right? I asked our friend whom we use, ChatGPT, right? I asked my friend, I am going to write a paper title, same title I have given. I asked him to give an abstract. He has given an abstract. But see, in this abstract, what that generative AI is trying to give me, this paper proposes a heuristic based scheme for managing electrical vehicle mobility at charging station, addressing key challenges as station congestion, charging slot allocation, dynamic route optimization. So it takes many things which I have not done, which this author has not done. So if you use ChatGPT, it goes with random content, right? So you should be in a position to understand which one you can use and which one you can avoid. See, his objective is 2 things. One is how to reduce the queue and how to fix the price. But he is speaking about dynamic route optimization, congestion, charging slot allocation, real-time traffic, charging station availability, energy demand predictions, etc., etc. Right? So wisely you can use ChatGPT. I encourage my students to use ChatGPT. But the thing is, whatever output it gives, students should be in a position to understand. Sir, why I have to spend time writing a letter? There is a tool which helps me in writing a letter. But if it gives a letter, I need to understand whether it is right or wrong. I cannot give a garbage to my senior officer. So if I need to identify whether it's a garbage, I need to understand what is a garbage. So that domain knowledge I should have, then I can use ChatGPT, generative AI. Right? So this is one example I thought of giving. I tried with DeepSeek, Gemini and ChatGPT, few questions, right? In that two things, it has given right answer, whereas one thing is not giving the right answer. ChatGPT is not giving the right answer for few cases. So let us not take ChatGPT or DeepSeek or Gemini's content as the final content. You use it, but try to understand on what basis the details has come and whether it is matching with your agenda. If it is matching with your agenda, you can take it forward, right? Now we have seen the positive side of machine learning. Let us enter into the other side now, right? Sir, I want to order for a pizza, right? So in future, what will happen? Let us have a look onto this.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for calling Hot and Fast Pizzas. Can I
I
have...
want to order a pizza.
Surely, sir. Can I have your multipurpose identification number?
1 second.
Like Aadhaar.
It's RSP 06031983MI.
Thank you for the number, sir. Am I speaking with Mr. Rajneesh Aspuri from Baikala, Mumbai?
Yes.
The number from which you're calling is 9191930484 and your residential number is 22223244.
Yes. But how do you know all this?
We are connected to the system, sir. We have all the related information.
Good. I want to order a regular size seafood pizza.
Sure, sir. But that's not a good idea.
What do you mean?
As per your last medical records at Bombay Hospital, dated 9th August 2015, you have high blood pressure and a high cholesterol level, sir.
What are you saying?
As I said, we are connected to the system, sir.
Oh shit. Okay. Then what would you recommend?
Try a low-fat super vegetarian Mexican pizza. You will like it.
And how can you say that?
As you borrowed a book titled Popular Mexican Food from National Library last month, which is overdue to be returned, sir.
Okay, I give up. See, I'm very hungry. Send me one of those. How much will it cost?
The total cost is rupees 365 including taxes, sir.
Okay, fine. You send the pizza. I'll pay for it by my credit card, okay?
I'm afraid you have to pay us by cash, sir. Your only active credit card of Apex Bank is over the limit and amount due is rupees 79,765 since July 2015. That's not including the late payment charges on your last cash withdrawal.
That's fine. You send the pizza. I guess I will have to go to the ATM in the next lane.
Sorry to inform, but you can't, sir. You have reached your daily cash limits, which was withdrawn at an ATM at Domestic Airport Terminal B when your wife took a flight to New Delhi today.
Damn it. How do you know?
As I said, we are connected.
Yes, you're connected to the system. Just 25 minutes. You send the pizza. I'll pay by cash. How long would it take?
25 minutes, sir. But if you can't wait, as you said earlier, that you're very hungry, you can always come to our nearest outlet.
What?
As you're just 4 minutes away from a nearest outlet in your area, and you have a car of number MS01XC3484, a Kazi brand.
Oh God. How the hell you know?
I said to you earlier, we are connected to the system, sir.
What the? I just want my pizza.
Okay, your order is confirmed, sir. Anything else, sir?
Nothing. Would I be getting that 3 bottles of cola mentioned in your menu?
We normally would, sir. But based on your medical records, you're also a diabetic and...
Enough! Send the cola along, you bitch!
I request you, please do not use such language, sir. You were convicted on 13th March 2015 for using abusive language to a policeman. And you were also arrested for misbehaving with a lady in a party.
Shut up! Just shut up, you bitch!
So in future, if we want to order a pizza, we have to undergo all these stages. See, technology should be a servant. It should not be a master. When it becomes master, that's the last day, right? We can't live in that world. The person who invented the atom bomb, when he came to know that they are using atom bomb for destructive purposes, he became mentally retarded. Right? So this is one statement given by Elon Musk. Can I have a look on to this? I have done excessive automation at Tesla was a mistake. To be precise, it is my mistake. Humans are underrated. Humans are underrated. This is the statement told by Elon Musk. Now he started a signature campaign. He is getting signatures from all stating that let us not do any research on AI for another 6 months. Already we have reached the peak level. So let us not do research on AI for another 6 months. He started a signature campaign, right? What will happen if we train machines in a very detailed manner? One funny video. It may happen. It may happen. This is one interesting recommendation. I told you, product recommendation, right? I ordered a stool. Amazon said customers who bought stool also bought fan as well as hanging rope. Right? See this fellow, let us not comment what he is doing. He is asking some water, drone is bringing water. Right? A scenario may come. This is another story. Robot confuses a man instead of vegetables. Instead of chopping vegetables, it chopped a man. It happened in South Korea. So robot mistakenly took a man instead of vegetables and it chopped it into pieces. This is the other side of the technology. This is one interesting incident happened to Nadalla Satya.
Rates and what it predicts will happen. So I can go ahead and in fact, because of Cortana, I can even integrate it with my voice commanding. So I can just go ahead and ask for it. Show me my most at-risk opportunities. No, that's not what I want.
So it is not listening to Nadalla Satya. It's a complete failure for him.
Show me my most at-risk opportunities. Oh, come on.
Okay, starting from up.
He was addressing a set of people. There he was asking his tool to come up with the data.
Most at-risk opportunities.
Cortana.
No, this is not going to work. Sorry about that. But if I go back in here.
Again, he went back to the old traditional method, right? Rather than relying on this. So, finally, everyone is talking about artificial intelligence, but I want to focus on artificial intelligence, right? What is artificial intelligence? Where technology meets human values. I recollect the statement told by Ratan Tata. Everyone is claiming as human being. Are we being human? It's a big question mark, right? Let us use artificial intelligence with heart, right? So it becomes artificial intelligence where technology meets human values, right? Sir, in AI, I use us, human beings, right? So the one who guides, shapes and give it the purpose, right? So we make AI truly meaningful, right? It's HI creates AI. It's human intelligence that creates AI. Let us not make AI to sit on our head, right? That's why he said it should be a servant. It should not be a master, right? This is my final topic. I started with machine learning and I'm ending with machine unlearning, right? This is the future of ethical AI. See, one medical company, what they have done, they have given some wrong data regarding cancer diagnosis. Based on that wrong data, what people have done, they build a model and that model started working, right? After some time, that company realized that the data what they have given is not right. So what has to be done? Two choices. One is that model has to be taken back and that model has to be trained afresh. Sir, all these days, we spend several dollars to train that model, several rupees to train that model. How to take it back, right? So a new concept by name machine unlearning has come into picture. So if you tell to machine, these are all the instances that you have to ignore. Machines are ignoring. Machines are ignoring. And the training is not starting from the scratch. Training is not starting from the scratch. That area is called as machine unlearning. You can have a look onto this. What do you mean by this? It's a process that enables AI models to forget specific data without retraining from scratch. For your easier understanding, like a facial recognition system, it wrongly associates a celebrity with criminal records. So if you give back to the system, machine unlearning corrects this without retraining the full system, right? So this is one domain which you can explore a lot. Rather than working on only on machine learning, you can start focusing on machine unlearning also. Humans are hooked, machines are learning. So we are in the control of machines, but machines are learning. We are not learning. We are in the control of machines, right? So let us not be in the control of machine, right? This statement by Albert Einstein: I fear the day that technology will surpass our human interaction. The world will have a generation of idiots. That's what's happening now, right? Augment our intelligence. Never send a human to do a machine's job, right? Let us make the world human first, not AI first, right? Prediction is very hard, especially when it is about the future, said by Yogi Berra. This is one line which I love most, written in front of a church in New York. Always believe in God, because there are some questions that cannot be answered by Google, right? I wish you enough sun to keep your attitude bright. I wish you enough rain to appreciate the sun more. I wish you enough happiness to keep your spirit alive. I wish you enough pain so that smallest joys also appear much bigger. I wish you enough gain to satisfy your wanting. I wish you enough loss to appreciate that all you possess. I wish you enough hellos to get through the final goodbye, right? Much I have learned from my teachers, more from my colleagues, but the most I have learned from my students. So special thanks to students community who is making us alive all the days. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
That was an insightful session. Thank you, Dr. Senthil, for sharing your expertise. We now invite questions from audience participants. If you have any queries, you can ask to sir.
No problem. So categorize AI under three parts. One is weak AI, second is strong AI, and third is super AI. I categorize like that. Weak AI is like normal artificial intelligence, what we are using, right? When it comes to strong AI, it is AI with human intelligence. When it comes to super AI, it is AI surpassing human intelligence, right? That does not come in reality, it is in paper, right? So as of now, we are in the stage of weak AI. We have not come to strong AI level itself, right? With the human intelligence, it has not come. By surpassing human intelligence, it may take some more time, right? So my kind request is, whatever comes, let us learn, and if it is good for the society, let us use it in a better way. That's why I told artificial intelligence to be treated with artificial intelligence, right? Whatever you do, you have to think, am I crossing the limits? Am I crossing the limits? If I cross the limits and if it hurts the society, let us not do that. Let us not do that, right? See, no one can control anybody. It is only you have to control yourself. Only you have to control yourself, right? Finally, concluding, like, be a self-confident person, don't be a overconfident person, right? You know the difference between self-confidence and overconfidence, right? I don't know whether I am carrying, yes. See, this is an example for self-confidence. When I was showing this to one set of students, they said it's a overconfidence. And I told them, for me it's a self-confidence, maybe for you it's an overconfidence. So the difference between self-confidence and overconfidence is, If you think you can do it, it is self-confidence. If you think you can only do it, it is overconfidence. Don't be an overconfident person. Be a confident person. If anything related to AI, ML, deep learning, or any basic stuff, if you want to discuss, yes, my mail ID is sendalofficial.sskm@gmail.com, and my contact number I have given earlier, 8847-50100. You can ping me at any point of time. If I don't reply immediately, I may be in class or I may be in meetings, but for sure I will reply to your comments, right, queries. Thank you very much.
As we conclude today's session, I sincerely thank Dr. S. Senthil for his time, expertise, and valuable insights. And we all will keep in our minds the three mantras which Sir has emphasized: learn, unlearn, and relearn, so that we will be able to adapt to the changing environment. I request Senthil Sir to be seated in the day. I now invite Dr. Gopika, the coordinator of ATAL FDP, to present a memento and certificate as a token of appreciation to Dr. S. Senthil. I request everyone to come for a group photo.
Good afternoon, one and all. My name is Karthik, and that is Nawaz. So we are from Team Dynamos, DL Dynamos. So our topic for today, case study is heart flows FFRCT, AI-powered coronary and artery disease diagnosis. Anyone has any idea on FFRCT? Anyone? No? Okay, good. So FFRCT is nothing but a technique. It was a traditional technique. It was a heart flow is a company name where they've implemented a new technology to check the flow of the blood in the artery and coronary and artery veins, and to see the blockages and see the blockages in the heart coronaries and arteries. So let's get into introduction. So it was founded by HeartFlow and in the USA, California. Okay. So HeartFlow FFRCT is a fractional flow reserve computing tomography, where they measure blood flow in the coronary and artery by using computational fluid dynamics, where it is measured the pressure of the blood in the coronary and artery by this technology. It is a non-invasive technique. Previously, in the traditional method, they used to invase a catheter, where they used to insert a catheter in a vein, and then they used to check the flow, and it used to create a pressure and tension to the patient. To reduce that and to implement an artificial intelligence and basically deep learning and stuff, they have implemented and they have bought this technology. And it will not use any catheter or something like that. It will directly creates a 3D model of veins and the coronary and artery, and check with the mechanism of that fluid dynamics. It will check the blood pressure and blood flow in the arteries. So that is the intersection and background. So you guys should have been knowing angiography. Angiography is nothing but inserting a catheter, where with the catheter they will diagnose the disease or heart disease. It is a traditional approach, but to overcome that they have come up. And the technologies they have used is coronary CT angiography, where a small kind of fluid is inserted. It's a minimal invasive technique, but it is not too, this thing it's kind of an injection or liquid because deep learning is a technique where runs through high quality images. So they insert they give a liquid to get a better image qualities. And AI-based image analysis, we have already learned so much from this 1 week. So about super GAN and also transfer learning. That also, because with that techniques and with the deep learning algorithms, it creates a 3D model of an heart and checks the heart flow. Sorry, blood flow. Computational fluid dynamics. This is basically that only to check the flow and the pressure in the pressure of the blood in the heart. We use computational fluid dynamics, as I mentioned earlier. And FFR is a older technique, but they've implemented AI to it. So it is called as heart flows FFR CTs, and it calculates the measure and the severity of the blockage. Yeah. So yeah, case study will be taken by Nawaz. Before that, so whenever we used to measure the disease, basically the technology says you can see here 0.8. Above that, greater than that value would give an assumption that he has a heart disease, or the patient is diagnosed with the heart disease and he has a blockage in the heart. That one thing I have to mention, and I give a handout to Nawaz.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. As I'm a part of Deep Learning Dynamos, myself Nawaz here. So I'm going to continue with the upcoming slides, like upcoming topics, that is a case study. So we are having a case study example over here. A patient profile is over here. A patient aged about 58 years, and the symptoms he's having is chest pains, shortness in the breath. So the person above 50, normally they have this kind of scenarios, and it's not a big issue actually. So we will be having some procedures and findings. A person who is having this chest pain undergoes the coronary CTA scan. It's a computed tomography angiography scan, okay, which is processed using the heart flow FFR CT, and it reveals whether a person is having what kind of disease, or whether he's having any blockage in his arteries or in his veins. To detect that, we follow this heart flow FFR CT. So after all the procedure is done, it is, as my friend said, it is a non-invasive assessment. Like nothing to do any internal like insulin or any like pipe kind of thing to be inserted to find out the blockage or the disease whichever the patient is having. So what happened in this is, like he said, a 3D image is taken with this scan, or an X-ray is taken. From that X-ray, the 3D image is taken, and from that image, it is detected that whether a person is having what kind of disease or what kind of blockage is he's having in his arteries or in his coronary veins. So outcomes is like patient will be in a very short time of period, he can get the results, and he won't be like scared or afraid of anything happening to him. Like if like traditional base, there were insulins, there was certain procedures wherein the patients, if he is not having certain, what do you say, that disease also, it might predict that, yeah, he is having, because of that scaredness, because of this, what will happen, what's going to happen, that kind of questions arises in the mind, because we all know that mind and the heart has a deep connection within it. So time is avoided, and unnecessary invasive procedure is avoided, and the risk is low, and the cost is also is been shortened. So improving the patient satisfaction, after all, the patient is now more satisfied with his results, and he's been happily moved further. So some of the key benefits are, like it's a non-invasive alternates. It doesn't follow the traditional base. It's done by few minutes, we can say, or few hours, and the results is being displayed with based on the results. He is getting the treatments from the doctor experts, and then he may be cured very soon. And the second thing is higher diagnostic accuracy compared to the standard CTA. The accuracy will be good compared to the earlier, and then it reduces the unnecessary invasive, as I mentioned earlier, minimizing the risk of the patients, cost effective, and it's lowering the healthcare expenses. Earlier, many tests has to be followed, many procedures for each and every test when the patient is conducted. Upon that test, one more test has been given by the doctor. So all those things has been avoided, and the cost is also been reduced to the lower. So yeah, coming to challenges, even though if it is successful, we can say it has been applicable everywhere, but then to each and everything, we know that it has some challenges we have to face, and we have to accept the challenges and work on it for the further procedures what has to be taken. So first thing is availability. So the availability has to be mentioned in, has to be taken place, like small clinics or small hospitals which are having in the areas, in different sectors of city or town or a village. So this has to be, availability has to be mentioned, taken care, and it should be available. These kind of things has to be available in every point of clinics, so that it can adapt. And the second thing is training and adaptation is necessary. As a clinician, as a clinic or every hospitals, small sectors, wherever it is mentioned, so the adaptation has to be taken place, the training has to be done, so it takes a long period of time, because every MBA or, not MBA, MBBS cannot learn this from his, course of education. So this adaptation has to be taken place, and then finally we will come up to data interpretation. Data interpretation is a concept like it requires high quality images to predict the results accuracy. So that is one of the challenges that is facing. So we can look after to this data interpretation, which can be able to work on it, and which we can make the accuracy more and more. So this is not only the challenges or limitations. We have more challenges and limitations. Day before yesterday, we had a medical sessions in which ma'am has mentioned many challenges which are been facing, and many pros also. So we can consider even that. Yeah. Finally, conclusion. It is like I said, it is cost effective, and it is non-invasive, which can be adapted to the patient very faster, and the results is given at a very sooner time, and then the cure percentage is high. The cure, whatever the cure a person is getting from the patients, it is high, and risk is very low. So by that I conclude that it is very effective for the present generation and upcoming generation as well. So that's it from my side.
Thank you so much, team DL Dynamos. You have done a great work behind this. You have collected so much of information, and the explanation you have given is also detailed one. Anybody can understand. So basically, usually in checking whether block is there or not, one dye doctors used to inject. So here that is not needed. So image will be taken, it will be converted to a 3D, and then diagnosis will be, X-ray will be taken. Then from that we can get to know. So in a minimum amount of time, it will be done. Very good, very good, very good. Thank you for the excellent presentation. All the best. I hope with this 6 days of FDP, you have gained something, you are able to take away something. That's what our motive is, our objective is also that. Thank you so much. Last group can come. If you are not using, you can keep it, otherwise. If you are standing there, that is enough. Good, good. Nice presentation. And yesterday afternoon, you would not have signed in the IV sheet, attendance sheet. Today afternoon, we'll be circulating that. And if you log in, you can see the attendance of first 4 days. Yesterday's and today's, we'll be updating. Other attendance, you can see in the portal for participants. ATAL portal, you have to log in and check. And after today, there will be a link coming in the ATAL portal for giving the feedback. That also every participant should give. Then only you will get the certificate, final certificate from ATAL. Now you can start. Last group, you can start. Need that or this? Please introduce yourself and then you can start. You are Aparna, right? Okay, introduce.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Aparna Shekdar from Acharya Institute of Technology. Our team is Frontline Innovators. Our case study topic is neuroimaging analysis software. This neuroimaging analyzing software refers to interpreting brain images. This software comprises specialized tools and platforms designed to process, analyze and visualize brain imaging data obtained through various modulators such as MRI, fMRI, DTI and PET. MRI produces the detailed images of every internal structure in human body. fMRI imaging scan that shows activity in specific areas of the brain. DTI, diffusion tensor imaging process of gathering. DTI is the mathematical model that describes the directions and magnitude of the counter molecules diffusion within given tissue voxel. It's a tissue microsystem. FET imaging test uses a radioactive tensors to create pictures of the body's metabolic activity. First we need to analyze this software and we need to gather the data from data acquisitions. This data acquisitions converting the real world data into a digital format and then pre-processing data and analyzes the data and again visualize the data and give the images. The primary objectives of the neuroimaging analysis software includes data pre-processing, changing and normalizing the brain images. Brain structure analysis, examining the atomic features, functional analysis, disease diagnosis, machine learning application, visualization, neuroscience integrations. These are the objectives of the neuroimaging analysis. Next to be continued by Shakti.
Good afternoon, guys. I'm Shakti Kumar. I'm representing my group Frontline Innovators. I'll be talking about the methodology and working of this neuroimaging analysis software. So basically, this software, what it does is it processes brain images and it cleans any kind of noise or errors in the image, and then it is made it easy to understand for further diagnosis, and then it is put into a 3D model to understand neuron level disease that a patient might have and so on. Then the pros. The pros of this innovation are it does enhance diagnosis. As I said, it can do diagnosis under neuron levels. In the PET scans or other scans, MRI scans, you can only identify damages of the brain in hemorrhages level and so on. But this software can do deeper, and it does improved treatment planning. It provides better personalized treatments. It also is a pro in automation and AI integration. It reduces manual work for people because the software is already doing all the analysis. And it visualization capabilities, it offers 3D and 2D brain models for better understanding of the disease and diagnosis. And it also has a major role in research advancements. It aids neuroscientists in understanding brain functions and structures in depth.
Can you tell what was that AI integration that has happened here?
That Fakya will continue.
Hello, yeah. Hello everyone. There's a quote called, "If we all are bad in someone's story." So I'm here to talk about the cons of the neuroimaging software. Neuroimaging software can be a very useful tool, but it can also be a cons because first we have data quality issues. A machine is trained using the previous data, which means that in the previous data there can be a noise, or humans are not perfect, so the thing we build cannot be perfect, which obviously means that our data will not be 100% quality, will not have 100% quality or 100% accurate, which can have quality issues on the neuroimaging, and which can cause a noise on the brain scan while affecting by movement or psychological fluctuations. And also it can have a low resolution. It can be depending on the imaging modality, the resolution might not be detailed enough to precisely identify specific brain. Okay, and also it can have an interpretation complexity, which the brain is a very complex thing. So according to the neuroscientists, human brain have 2.5 petabytes, but we only have used a very minimum from the quantity of our brain capacity. So the complexity makes it difficult to detect the brain tumors. Let's give an example on brain tumor. It can give a bad example on. It can have a negative result for the brain tumor or something like that. And let me just jump to the ethical consideration and data privacy and security. In the data, neuroimaging data can be highly sensitive, and also it can raise concern about data privacy and protection. There's some concept which I really don't like it. We know that Google is an advertisement company. Suppose Google is currently working on this kind of neuroimaging software. We all know that Neuralink by Elon Musk company. So here, suppose the Neuralink is put on our brain, and using that chip, all of our information is transferred to the company, and that can be used to advertise us, and which advertisement can be sometimes be useful, but it can be very harmful because so let's assume that a hacker hack into that, they brute force they jailbreak our privacy, and which means that some hacker will be able to know what we are thinking or something like that in the future, because we can't really predict the future now. The AI is going very fast, so this can be a very dangerous thing. So I think this we'll have to be aware of this as well in the future. And let me just conclude it. We know that imaging analysis plays a critical role in advancing our understanding of our brain structure. We have heard from Aparna and Sakti as well. And these field has evolved and it will continue rapidly in the future. And what we have to think about is our privacy, and we have to respect each other, especially when it comes to the privacy. And also, however, in the it has a challenge process, including the need for standardized workflow, user-friendly interface, and the handling of larger scales. And choosing the right software depends on the human, which means that this can be a very useful software, but we have to understand the balance of the human capability and these software capabilities. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Group 6. So basically, image processing is AI part that is happening. So image will be taken, it will be processed, and it will be helping the doctor to diagnose the disease. Huh. Good. Thank you so much, all the groups. Excellent presentation. Now we'll break for lunch. Lunch is ready, and they are telling us to come at the earliest and finish the lunch. So now we all will go for lunch, come back, and then we can finish the remaining part. Thank you so much.
Otherwise, I will send you.
You can WhatsApp to ma'am. Ma'am is doing that ATAL item. So you can tell you all.
Behind, I have one of my student here attending as well. Okay, so we would quickly listen to few of the feedbacks, okay, so that we are either motivated or we have something to carry back for our learning as well. So I can give the mic, or you want to come here and do also, we are happy. You can come and provide your feedback so that group wise also. Group 1, come my boy, come.
Sorry. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. When Steve Jobs dropped out of the college, the reason he said he dropped out is when he dropped out of the college, so that he could focus on one thing, so he could be more focused on the thing he is interested. So I think this workshop is just like that. For the whole week, I could skip the boring class in our college, and here we are focused more on artificial intelligence. I think there is already a benefit for me. And also about the feedback, when we first reached this college, Kristu Jayanti College, it was really mind-blowing because the campus was really beautiful. We like all the maintenance, everything is very well organized. So not just only for myself, I can speak this for my friend from our college. It is a wonderful organization, and I think the only thing I would like to add is if we are more in numbers, that will be more improvement for everyone. And my overall feedback is it was a wonderful workshop. Thank you.
Firstly, I'm a student in Kristu Jayanti. This 6-day FDP program was amazing. I mean, this is the pattern that every college has to follow in order to achieve dreams. See, except if you take an example of me, I want to aspiring data scientist. So I just wanted to get into data science, AI, and this thing. But what they teach is very basic, and here it's a huge knowledge that we got from the resource persons were amazing. I can't even imagine the level of knowledge they have. They are very old. Think AI is a new trend, and they've already adopted and they've learned many things. I felt very amazed. How can a 50 or 60 year person is very knowledgeable in AI, and the papers are, they have written all the papers, and then they have 20,000 followers in LinkedIn, 17,000. Me being in 23, I don't have even 200. So, it was very great, and this is what the environment we want. Like-mindeds come together, learn stuff. This was amazing, and a special thanks to Mary Jacob ma'am, Gopika ma'am, and team, and Father Principal Augustine George for giving this opportunity. And it was amazing spending time with you. And additionally, we went for that industrial visit. So, amazing. It was very good, and I made a lot of friends. It was very great things that happened, and I would definitely cherish this 1 week in my Kristu Jayanti this thing, or life or career, something like that. And I would definitely I'm very lucky because Kristu Jayanti is organized first time, and I've got in, and I'm attending this FDP with my teachers that who has taught. I'm an alumni here only. I finished my BCA 3 years back. 3 years back, and I'm sitting with my teachers and I'm listening to the lectures. So amazing feeling, and it was a great experience. I would definitely miss this environment. And miss you guys. Hope so you guys find your way and contribute to AI. The level of learning we learned here, machine learning, NLP, deep learning, and that it was amazing. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Good afternoon, one and all. Myself, Nawaz Sharif. I am from Brindavan College of Engineering. This is my first time attending this program, and earlier I have never attended this kind of programs. And the experience, I can say it is beyond my expectations. The teachers, whoever has come from the outside of Karnataka, outside of this Bangalore, they are well experienced and highly knowledgeable people. And this kind of knowledge, since my education career, I have never ever taken this kind of knowledge. So for me, it's very highly appreciable. And the coordinators, teachers over here, I would first of all thank them. They are very friendly to us. They are very, having patience, and they are conducting this for us. And according to me, we are the students who has to use all this, and many of them has missed this. I was expecting that they will be around 100 people, because this kind of programs people attend in huge numbers, and we are just like 35 to 40 people. So I can say that in the future, the more students who attend this will be helpful for them, and it is very much knowledgeable sessions. Overall, I can say every day we had one or more things that we can take away, and much more lot of learnings, not only with the education career, not only with our that coming and visiting this place, even also our personality, our interest skills that has been improved, and we can take away more from these sessions. Like we can inbuild ourselves. Any one of these concept means we can just have expertise and then go further in our life. So I would like to thank overall all the faculties over here, and the management and the principals. Thank you so much. It was an amazing and wonderful experience for me. Thank you, ma'am.
Very good evening to one and all present here. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Gopika Madam and Dr. Mary Jacob Madam for giving us opportunity to attend this workshop. First of all, we are from EC background, myself and my colleague Professor Asha Ma'am. So we don't have the basic coding skills, whatever which is required for ML and deep learning algorithms. But without knowing the A, we have started to said, I feel. Yes, because algorithm is mandatory, we thought initially. So after coming to the first session, we thought, okay, these are the technologies, we will learn the applications and what is trending in AI with related to electronics. That is what our goal on the first day initially. Then later, with attending the second session of Dr. Anup sir, first day the second session was taken by Aruna madam from Dayananda Sagar. It was really amazing. We both were discussing how we are going to learn ML algorithms, ma'am. It's really a difficult task. We have chosen wrong FDP. That is our first thought initially after attending the first session. But after attending the second session of NLP, even we thought, okay, we are in the field. So we can able to put our effort and what is going on in AI, that we can relate. That is our second day thought. And third day, after attending, madam came from IIC and one more madam from IBM. We were talking about, we are ECNs, we don't know about the basics of AI and still it is in confusion state. And she has given a brief, everything is available in a library, madam. Everything is available, many open sources are there. If you want to do interdisciplinary project, we can able to do with AI. That we have learned. Okay, NLP we have learned and advanced technology we have learned in the first day. And third day we have learned about the confidence. Okay, we can learn. We can go. At the age of 49, madam is doing means, why can't we do by learning all the multidisciplinary things? That is our aim we started to set. Okay, we can do it, madam. That is our latest. Then fourth day we have attended. Next two people came and it is really interesting. We have done, okay, we have done our effort. And fifth day we went IV visit also. It is very well. And today, sister, as sir said, I am coming for last session. How I am going to go, that is my key intention, to extract the audience, he said. As he said, he has given the pathway where we have to go and pick up our choice for our ECN to interrelate with AI. So he has given the field of research area domain where we have to put our efforts. So we will tell whatever the things we have learned to our CSC students and make it fruitful. Definitely, madam, we will publish to this AI area, and the coordination of the entire FDP team is really very well amazing, starting from the students and faculty and other heads. Really wonderful teamwork. I am very appreciating and amazing. Really, we try to follow and do it one more. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity given to us. Thank you.
So thank you for that beautiful words, which I think had made all of us from KJC satisfied and happy with what we have done. So I think reflection journal, ma'am, it is done? No. Okay. So I think the work is still on. So I was listening to the first feedback. Now AICT has made it very clear that we will have minimum 30 participants only. Okay. Because normally when it is a conference, we allow, or if it is an internal FDP which Kristu Jayanti hosts, we look for quantity. Okay, when I say quantity, we look for more number of participants. But I don't know, their regulation, they stick on to 30 participants. Okay, so even when we get more registrations, they allow 200 registrations, and we pick up only from colleges which are nearby. That is how the selection process also goes. So 30 is the minimum which is allowed for a basic FDP. Fine. So that is something that I should clarify to you. Other FDPs at Kristu Jayanti College, we will find the hall is full. Sometimes we normally end up, when the participants are more, we shift them to another auditorium where we have 240 capacity and so. But maybe with the learning intention, the AICT would have taken this rule or made it that 30 participants should be enough for an kind of FTP like this. Okay, otherwise I think everything was fine from your side. Like I said, and somebody was telling, I think Karthik, somebody I was listening, we should learn or we should contribute. Age was one factor, something 49 at this age they are adapted. Okay, now age is just a number is what I would say. Recently, I was just going through something, like I had a guest here who was a cloud expert, very young, and he was a CEO from Bangalore, okay, and he was just 17 years old. We went to welcome him and we were shocked to see his age. Okay, that is one first thing where I went in search of, is there more people like this? I was shocked to see a 14-year boy, I think his name is Tanmay Bakshi, if I'm correct, okay, I think it's Tanmay Bakshi. He's an Canadian Indian resident, Indian who is residing in Canada. He is featured in Forbes. Okay, he is featured by Google as machine learning expert. Fine, I'm talking of a 14-year boy. Fine. So, for people who feel AI is something very far off, okay, it is an age of no coding, simple as that. Okay, during our days, we used to be little worried. When I started my computing as a BSc graduate, I was even worried to go or little scared to press Alt C. Those days we started with, I think, COBOL, C programming and all were there. So even to compile, to do something on the computer, we are scared. The first, I'm telling, the first few days to settle down. That is not the case of now. So everything is there. Ma'am? Kevin Santosh Chandan. Yeah, please upload your document. I don't know, it's missing. Okay. Then you recheck the folder. Recheck the folder.
It's for the practical experience. Reflective learning, we got everything correctly. For experience, practical thing, 3 of your documents are missing. Please do.
Experiential learning. Huh? Just if someone has renamed your file, please check that also. It can happen. Okay, that's why I told you, intelligence, which intelligence has got the power should be in your hands. Fine. So, Tanmay Bakshi is one person whom I was just recalling to tell you that age should not be a factor, because today you can do wonders in AI without knowing how to code, because everything is available. Okay, you need not do like our days where we have to write codes. Those days have gone. Okay, it is all matter of everything is available. You need to explore where it is, what you need, and you should know how you have to devise your solution. If you know this much, I think the work is very easy. And this boy, I think at the age of 14, he has developed a chatbot to help people with mental issues, right? So he is also featured in Canada, I think 30, under 30 age, okay? So like that, he is featured in many places. I think this is one thought that just came to me when you were telling at the age of 49, people have gone back to learn the new thing. So people with new brains, I think you should leap forward, okay? You should push yourself and contribute lots more than what our generation have contributed, but make sure that your contribution is positively affecting the environment. That is more important. Today we hear of deep fakes and so much of whatever AI generates, there should be somebody to validate and say whether it is AI generated content or is it the original. Okay, the days have come to that, fine. And again, AI only we can use in order to check whether it is original or it is a fake content as well, right? So I think this should be one example that should motivate all of you sitting here, saying that no matter whether I should finish my MCA also, even before that you can have innovation at your hand and world should be speaking about what you have contributed. That should be the way that you should take. You should not just wait for the degree to happen and then start thinking of what I can contribute. You have wasted enough number of years, okay, compared to somebody who is 14. If you have done a chatbot, I think all of us have wasted lots of years. So we should gear up, right? And there is nothing to say it is impossible, right? So it's only like ma'am was sharing that she's from electronics background. So I think today everything is openly available, only matter of exploring and using it to your interest, right? So with that, I will wind up and thank you once again from bottom of our hearts, and hopefully we meet somewhere for some FDP or some conference like this. And very happy to say that Computer Science Department of UG is also organizing a conference on 27th and 28th of February. Okay, it's an international conference with collaboration with St. Mary's University from Texas, US. And lots of eminent speakers are also there for the 2 days here. We have both speakers from St. Mary's. We have from our country as well. Okay, all expert people are there. Maybe we will share the brochure in the group. So if somebody is interested to publish papers are open still over, ma'am? It's closed? Okay. Somebody is interested to yeah, you can participate. In case you have a paper ready at hand, then connect to one of us. Maybe we will try from our side. If you can, we can send it for publication at Kristu Jayanti as well. Okay. So this is all what we have. We have so many events happening, so it's better that you stay in the group for students, right? We have hackaverse coming up, okay, where you have cash prizes and lots of events. Sometimes we do hackathons, all that, datathon, right? So many events are there. Stay active in the group, means don't leave the group, so that whenever it comes, I'll also keep posting. If you're interested, if you're free, we welcome you to come and take part. Because we don't look only for Kristu Jayanti development or Kristu Jayanti students. There are some things which we also look to do something to the generation that is yet to come, right? So be part of the group always. Anything that you want to convey to us, anything official with regard to FDP? Okay. Now, you should always be watching out in your portal where all of you have registered, because the certificate we are not issuing for this ATAL FDP. Only the attendance certificate, we will be sending it to you. We will share the link and you can download it from your site. Online, we will share the link and then you can take it from there. Maybe it will take a week's time because all this attendance has to be uploaded. Only then we can generate the attendance certificate for you. And your assessment, we will be sending all the details of your assessment reports, whatever you have given. And then ATAL will be generating the certificate, completion certificate of the FDP. Clear? So make sure that you don't lose that username and password, especially the students, because many of you have registered for the first time in the ATAL portal. Clear? So in the AICT portal, please keep track of that username and password and keep checking. They may take 2 to 3 weeks of time in order to generate your certificate. We are not generating the certificate. So you have to log in using your participant email ID, that username and password, download the certificate from your portal. Is that clear? Okay. Already the feedback from the ATAL is come to you. So please make sure that the feedback is submitted. Only then ATAL allows you to download your certificate as well. Feedback is already posted by today. I think by afternoon it is posted in the portal. So kindly go there and give your feedback as well. I'm not talking of this feedback what you all gave to us. Okay. There is a feedback what AICT has posted in the ATAL portal website. Not this one. Be clear, I'm not talking of the QR code and that long feedback which we had taken. I'm talking of go to the ATAL portal and you have to submit the feedback there. Only then your certificates will be generated. So if you forget today, then it will remain forgotten forever. So please make sure that you complete that feedback in AICT website and then leave the hall today. Is that okay? Fine? Yeah. Reflection journal, we have taken the printouts. How you are passing? Yeah. So I'll call one member of the team. You can come, give it to the group members and then you can give it, collect back and give it to us. Leader of each group, it will be better because everything else is arranged, I think. Yeah, teachers, you can come and take. Group 1, group 2,